afternoon, happy Sunday, and welcome to 3R Facebook Live. And today we have a very, very special event. It's Wanita Empowered celebrates International Women's Day 2021. Hello everybody, welcome to our virtual event. If you are watching us on Facebook, please don't forget to like and share and spread the words with all your friends and family and get them to join in this virtual event this wonderful Sunday afternoon. Okay, so it's March, we're celebrating women. We are also instigating all the discussion about women. Why? Kerana March adalah bulan Hari Wanita Sedunia. My name is Kartini. Hi. I was part of 3R and I'm sure for some of you who are following our Facebook and our social media do remember 3R. Yes, I know. I still look like I was 15 years ago, cik. Okay, siapa lah nak puji saya kalau saya bukan puji diri saya sendiri. Okay, I know your next question which I always get on the street or whenever I go out, mana lagi 3 orang host tu? Okay, so hi Joanne, hi Freda, hi Azhar, hi Selina, wherever you are. Happy International Women's Day. I hope you're tuning in as well. Alright, so di kesempatan ini, I would also like to wish all of you, wherever you are, Happy International Women's Day. And I hope you continue to fight, to strive, and to bond together with all our sisters. So because when we are together, we can make a bigger change. Alright, so for your information, International Women's Day is celebrated on 8th of March every year since 1977. Right, so today's event, as I mentioned just now, is Women Empowered celebrates International Women's Day 2021. This is an event, or this is a program where we have participants from Perak, from Sarawak, from Sabah and Penang, yes, joining this business mentorship program. And today is the completion of the 6 months program, and it's kind of like a graduation. So to tell you more about this program, I'd like to now invite and welcome Madam Lai Funar, President of SWEPA, to say a few words. Dipersilakan.
Thank you, Tini. Tati Patuga Marina Mahathir, 3R Media co-founder and executive producer. Miss Catherine Diop, Cultural Affairs Officer, U.S. Embassy. Miss Michelle Dilahab, Organizing Chairperson and Project Manager, Wanita Empowered Business Mentorship Program. Miss Lina Tan of 3R, our project partners from Penang, Dato and Nikki of Penang Women Chambers of Commerce, and also a partner from Sarawak, from Women Entrepreneurs and Professionals, Sarawak WEPS, Madam Sarawak Budo, esteemed panelists and performers, mentors and mentees, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, and all who tuned in this afternoon. A very good afternoon and welcome to this celebration. On behalf of Sabah Women Entrepreneurs and Professional Associations, SWEPA, we wish everyone Happy International Women's Day 2021. With the sponsorship of the U.S. Embassy, SWEPA, or Sabah Women Entrepreneurs and Professional Association, is working with 3R from Kuala Lumpur, PWCC from Penang, and WEPS from Sarawak on the Wanita Empowered campaign business mentorship program, which spans over 6 months. This program benefits a total of 30 mentees from 3 states who have the opportunity to attend online trainings and personal mentoring. They also participate in monthly peer sharing sessions to give them an opportunity to share their challenges, their passion, and to support one another. It is intended that the mentees will gain knowledge, skills, and networking to bring their businesses to the next level. Today's IWD celebration is part of the Business Mentorship Program to recognize women's value. Through the program, we choose to challenge the limit of our achievements. It is said that when women support each other, incredible things happen. The business mentorship program is doing just that, and we have already witnessed the growth of not only the mentees, but also the mentors. The potential is limitless. We just need to choose to challenge, which is the theme for this year's IW celebration. We thank the US Embassy for recognizing and supporting the empowerment of women by sponsoring various initiatives in Malaysia. Thank you to our program partner, 3R, Datin Patuga Marina, Miss Lina Tan and your team for putting today's event together. To the panelists and entertainers, we are delighted to have you with us today. To all of you in the studio or somewhere out there, happy International Women's Day 2021. Back to you, Annie.
Thank you so much, Madam Lai Fuinar, for enlightening and also sharing about the program. So, Madam Lai is right. So, there's a lot of people who are involved in this program to make it happen. So, we have Miss Michelle Dilaharp, the organizing chairperson and project manager of the We Business Mentorship Program. We also have, as Madam Lai mentioned just now, for a strong support from the Cultural Affairs Officer of US Embassy, Dato Annie Chin, President of Penang Chambers of Commerce, Madam Sarawak Budol, President of Women Entrepreneurs and Professionals Sarawak, Lina Tan, who is the Executive Producer of 3R, mentors, mentees, and everyone who's involved in this program. Without you, this will not be possible. So, from Madam Lai, I'd like now to invite our strong supporter from the US Embassy, and to say a few words, I'd like to now introduce Catherine Diop, the Cultural Affairs Officer, to say a few words.
Thank you so much, Tini. Good afternoon, everyone. Selamat sejahtera dan selamat petang. I'm really thrilled to be here and to share the virtual stage with all of these inspirational and empowered Wanita, and of course, to celebrate International Women's Day with all of you. It is wonderful and very important to recognize women's achievements, but also to discuss the mutual challenges that we face and focus greater attention on women's rights and gender equality with this impressive star-studded platform. Even as we celebrate today, I'm reminded that these issues should be a priority for all of us, Americans, Malaysians, women, men, not only on International Women's Day, but every day of the year. With that, I'd like to thank first and foremost Datin Paduka Marina Mahathir for taking time to be with us today to support this program. It really is an honor to share this virtual stage with you. I also want to recognize and acknowledge our friends at 3R, Lina and her entire team for organizing this amazing event. It also goes out to SWEPA, the Sabah Women Entrepreneur and Professionals Association, for taking on the role of our implementing partner for the Wanita Empowered Business Mentorship Program. This is part of the Embassy's overall campaign to advocate for women's empowerment. Again, thank you so much to Madame Lai Fuinar, Michelle Dilaharp, and the entire organizing committee. Together with SWEPA, we have on board two other successful women's associations, the Women Entrepreneurs and Professional Association Sarawak and the Penang Women Chamber of Commerce, who have supported our business mentorship program. I also want to thank the mentors who are contributing their valuable time and expertise to the endeavor. This, as you know, is only one of the many ways that they use their success to reinvest in their communities. So my sincere kudos to all of you. I also wanted to send out a special shout out to the participants of the Wanita Empowered Business Mentorship Program, who are represented here from Sabah, Sarawak, and Penang. You are indeed Wanita Empowered, and you are our success stories. Last but certainly not least, I want to welcome everyone who's joining us virtually today to celebrate women, and thank all of you for making time on this important issue. The Embassy is working hand in hand with many different Malaysian partners on empowering women with our year-long Wanita Empowered campaign. Why is this important? Of course, investing in girls and women creates a ripple effect yields multiple benefits, not only for each individual, but also for their families, their communities, and their country. Increasing women's role in contributing to household incomes and to the economy as a whole results in improvement in women and children's access to education and healthcare, advancement in women's influence to make more informed and impactful decisions, and progress in the overall socioeconomic status of families and communities. The Wanita Empowered campaign encourages women Malaysians to be bold and confident and innovative. The campaign also promotes the idea that women can inspire and mentor one another to be strong and powerful to achieve their goals. Mentorship is indeed an important part of the Wanita Empowered program. The Wanita Empowered campaign seeks to advance the economic empowerment of women in 3 key areas: access to education, advancing economic equality, and addressing barriers to women's participation in the economy and political process. And again, we are doing that by bringing together key stakeholders and decision makers to discuss these issues together in different programs and events. In addition to the business mentorship program that focuses on established entrepreneurs who wish to take their business to the next level, we also have instituted the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs, which empowers aspiring, newly established entrepreneurs throughout Malaysia. As you all know, in the United States, we recently experienced a very historic event where a woman in particular broke through the glass ceiling in politics, and that is with the election of Kamala Harris as the first female vice president. I speak of Kamala Harris this afternoon because of her important role as a mentor and a role model. When she was sworn in as America's first female vice president, she indeed became that role model for women and girls around the world. And in closing, I just wanted to share something that she shared in her remarks on election night. She said, "Every little girl watching sees that this is a time of possibilities, a country of possibilities." She encouraged those very little girls to dream with ambition, lead with conviction, and to see yourselves in a way that others may not, simply because they've never seen it before. So let's keep on working together to empower women and to know that this is one of the most powerful investments that we can make in building a better future. Thank you so much. Terima kasih, and happy International Women's Day.
Hey, thank you so much, Catherine, for such an insightful and inspiring speech. Also, thank you for sharing some of the stories from United States, because at the end of the day, I think wherever women are in the world, our challenges and struggles are the same. Right, so now, ladies and gentlemen, I like to call upon this very special lady, and she's actually my ex-boss. All right, so we have Datin Paduka Marina Mahathir, who is also the executive producer and the co-founder of 3R. So if you're wondering, ramai yang tanya-tanya, I've always got this question, where's 3R? What happened to 3R? 3R is alive and kicking. All you have to do is check out our posting on our Facebook and Instagram to find out what we are doing. We might not be so much on the traditional platform because we have also moved and transition into the digital platform. So check out our IG and Facebook, right? So maybe to tell you more about what we are up to, I'd like to call upon Datin Paduka Marina Mahathir to say a few words.
Thank you, Tini. Good afternoon, Madam Live, Ms. Lina, and everyone who's participating in this online festival to celebrate International Women's Day on March 8th tomorrow. I'm very pleased to have this opportunity to join all of you today in homage to the spirit of female entrepreneurship and leadership. Friends, there has been no greater time for women's than today, when facing one of the worst, if not the worst crisis the world has ever known. Every country has been shut down because of a tiny invisible virus. An unbelievable 116 million people have been infected, 2.4 million have died. Malaysia, of course, has not been spared at all, with 311,707 7 cases and 1,160 deaths of yesterday. It is devastating in so many ways. The pandemic has especially thrown a spotlight on women's circumstances, especially situations of inequality, caused them to suffer the impact of COVID-19 more than almost any other group. As UN Women know, across the world, women are facing increased domestic violence, unpaid care duties, unemployment, and poverty. Despite women making up a majority of frontline workers, there is a disproportionate and inadequate representation of women in national COVID-19 policy spaces. Malaysian women too have suffered a great deal during this pandemic. A UNICEF study of 500 of KL's urban poor found that 1 in 2 families are in absolute poverty, and 37% struggle to purchase adequate food for their families. It added, female-headed households were especially disadvantaged at the outset of the crisis and now appear to be recovering more slowly and remain more at risk of backsliding than other households. Imagine women living in areas outside the major urban centers where opportunities are even scarcer. Furthermore, and I quote, the high burden of care in female-headed households manifests itself in terms of higher rates of unemployment as well as higher rates of dependence on insecure self-employment. As a result, these families appear to be struggling more than others to meet their basic needs. And this is not just theory. I think a lot of us know stories very similar. Only yesterday, I was speaking to a woman who does manicures at a local hair salon. When the salon shut during the MCO, she of course had no clients and could not earn anything. Her husband, a school bus driver, also had no income because schools were also closed. Luckily, she could pivot to baking cookies and selling them, and her husband could deliver them to customers' doorsteps. So that's why I see entrepreneurship really helps people. This is why I think that a program like Women Empowered is timely and much needed. The pandemic has shown that women are resilient and can get back on their feet if they are given the support they need to fend for themselves. Entrepreneurship is a word that's been much written about as the solution to empowering women. The truth is, most women need training and most of all, the guidance of a good mentor to be able to make a success of it. I'm happy to see that the Women Empowered program provides both. We women juggle multiple roles every day as wives, mothers, daughters, friends, and colleagues. So much is expected of us, and we are constantly judged by our successes or failures in all of these roles. I do think that one of the things we have to learn is confidence in ourselves so that we can assess ourselves and make progress or corrections in our own way, in our own time, without feeling under pressure from others. Confidence and empowerment comes from knowledge, and I hope that what the many trainees have gained from this program will set them a bright future. The Women Empowered program actually is a natural for 3R because that's what we set out to do all that time ago. I think it was in 2000, when we decided that what women need, especially young women, knowledge so that they could empower themselves with confidence, and also to role models among women who have succeeded and give them the inspiration to do what they want in the world themselves. So it is not a surprise to me at all that 3R and SWEPA and the US Embassy have come together to do this Women Empowered program, because obviously we all have the same goal. We all agree on what to do about it. And I really think that this is the best way forward, collaboration among like-minded partners. So before I end, I would really like to congratulate SWEPA, the US Embassy, and my colleagues at 3R Media for a very successful collaboration. May this be the beginning of many more joint programs for the benefit of women all over Malaysia, particularly in Sabah, Sarawak, and Penang. I also wish all the trainees a very successful future in whatever businesses they wish to undertake. Once again, happy International Women's Day tomorrow, and enjoy today's program. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Datin Paduka Marina Madir. It's so nice to hear her speak, her wisdom, her insights. And you know, what triggered me just now was that she mentioned that she started 3R in year 2000. So today is 2021. So that's 21 years. So, you know what? This goes to show that women empowerment and also supporting women issues, and you know how we come together to collectively to bring upon the women's status is an ongoing process. So it's no, you know, in 10 years time, in 30 years time, I'm sure this is still going to be a priority and a main agenda on many priority lists. Right, so we've heard all the speeches, okay? I think there are some people who just came into our virtual event. Welcome. If you're watching on Facebook 3R, you can also watch this live stream on US Embassy Facebook as well as SWEPA Facebook. This is Women Empowered 2021, celebrating International Women's Day. So now, to proceed with our virtual event, we have a very special lady, okay? She is a published poet, educator and a voice talent with more than a decade of experience in the verbal arts. Wah, so arts pun ada verbal bukan je yang lukis-lukis virtual-virtual tu tau. Okay, so she's going to share with us her performance today, this afternoon. And please put your hands together for Dr. Sheena Baharuddin.
Aku tahu asal-usulmu, though you have forgotten your roots. Ule, mayangku ule. In sleep, you invoke their names. Ule dengan jala jemala. In dreams, you see healers. Yang laut, balik ke laut. They walk between two worlds. Yang darat, balik ke darat. Of the living and the dead. Nasi berwarna hamba sembahkan. They speak in an ancient tongue. Umbo, mayangku umbo. And for one brief moment, pulih, mayangku pulih. You know who you are again. Pulih balik sedia kala. You remember. And the same
Okay, so I'm back. Okay. Apology for the technical glitch. There's a bit of interruption just now. But we are back. Kami sudah pun kembali. For those of you who just came in, maybe you weren't in the first part of our live, virtual live on Facebook 3R. We are currently broadcasting Women Empowered, celebrating International Women's Day 2021, a business mentoring program with participants from Sabah, Sarawak and also Penang, funded by the US Embassy, managed by SWEPA. Partners are 3R Media, WEPS and PWCC. So before we got interrupted, I was introducing the mentees. So as I mentioned just now, 10 mentees from 3 states were selected to participate in the 6 months program. So this is their 5th month. So they have 1 more month to go. But I'm sure they have experienced all the wonderful coaching and training with their mentors and attending programs and networking. So apa kata sekarang ini kita berkenalan dengan peserta-peserta kita, and I would like to introduce first the participants from Sarawak.
At the age of 27, in March 2011, I ventured into a petrol station business, and for this I am extremely honored and extremely thankful to Petronas for giving me an unbelievably exciting business opportunity. I am a very determined person. I am always passionate for progress, for growth, and passionate for people.
I started Menko Razali in 2016 after receiving recurring demands of my tailor-made turbans from cancer patients and survivors. Other than that, I create conversational fabric. I tell stories through my fabrics and design. What I love about my work is that the ability to tell stories and build a network among amazing women out there.
I'm the Business Development and Admin Manager of Borneo Safety Training Services. BSCS was incorporated in 2001. We are locally and internationally recognized training center that provides occupational safety and health training and consultancy services catering to the oil and gas industry.
With almost 20 years experience in education, I believe that having the right mindset is the key to children being happy and successful. Since our founding in 1992, Miri International Tuition School is committed to provide quality English language teaching and wholesome education.
Since I was a little girl, my mom has exposed us in beading and sewing. What makes our products unique is that it's all handmade, and the patterns represents our culture and our identity.
We have already in this industry for the past 10 years, and I'm starting my journey in the beauty field. Then I realized that I'm more passionate on maternity and wellness. I find my happiness in helping women to improve their health mentally and physically.
I provide professional wealth preservation service through a complete personal estate and business planning. I am committed to assist and support people, especially women, to pursue the career in the financial planning sector.
What I'm passionate about these businesses because it can create business opportunities, it can create job opportunities, and for me, pineapple is a food production, and I can give back to the community.
Currently, I'm running a family-owned business, a small restaurant here in Miri named Dapur Kayu Manis. I was really interested since I am so passionate in food subject. Say it from food hunting, going from one to another cafes or restaurants, till experimenting the recipes and messing up my mom's kitchen. I am dreaming of having another outlet or a subsidiary to my current restaurant.
I run a home-based cake business, Piece of Cake Home. So I do cakes,
not just custom cake. I do putus cakes, I do 3D cakes, I do anti-gravity cakes, and I do minimalist cake, I do simple cakes. So all sort of cakes, inshallah, you name it, I cake it. It's not just, playing with the flavors and the design, but the story behind each cake, how it connects people, how, the moment they see the cake and there's always laughter or tears of joy. So that's the business I'm in, creating joy.
We are the women who can make anything possible.
Remember, good thing take time. Stay positive and strong.
Be relentless in the pursuit of our dream, from great to unstoppable.
To all strong women, may we know them, may we raise them, may we be them.
Women are incredible because women can give birth to men, and women can work twice harder than men in order to achieve success.
Women are creative, independent, and inspirational towards their passion. So, women, get up and be the best of yourself.
Every weaknesses we have, we can overcome it. Be like a pineapple, stand tall, wear a crown, and be sweet inside.
We can do it, and all the best.
Let's support and empower more women in this ever-growing industry.
Yay to Sarawak. Okay, bagi love sikit, share, like to all our Sarawak participants. So that was really awesome. Thank you so much for the sharing. It was very inspiring. Now from Sarawak, let's go to Penang. So let's check out our Penang mentees.
In mocktail, we craft drinks that are intriguing, exciting, and refreshing for you to enjoy it with your family, your friends, and your beloved one. We use mixed fruit juices. It doesn't contain alcohol, it's vegetarian friendly, and it's also healthy.
Arrifin from US is a world-leading company in the hydroponic farming. We hope in the future we also become like them. Our company mission is very simple. We want to promote a go green eating healthy lifestyle.
I'm running this beauty and spa business for the past 20 years. It has been an amazing experience and I'm very passionate being in this business. We specialize in beauty services as well as international well-known products. I find happiness in seeing my customers' skin improvement and beauty transformation. That's what keeps me going into this business.
I had started dreaming to be a teacher as early as when I was just in primary 1 student. I believe that our children are our future, and our future must be bright because of the quality education that we can provide.
We believe we can provide a good solution to a company and the products to meet the market needs. One quote is always remind me that nothing is impossible because I am possible. You too.
I'm a people person, and in real estate business, you will get to know a lot of people from different backgrounds. Not only that, you are also able to help others and also yourself too. My business vision is to only recruit women in order to nurture and train them to be a successful career woman too.
公司称号是 GT Management Solution。我们公司提供商业智能法案，主要是项目处理，还有 IT 系统的服务。再来是最重要的是 Tax Submission， 我们公司也是提供这一块，也就是纳税申报。我相信我们女人也可以闯出一片天，大家加油！
I am a business owner of an online shopping platform called shop.com. Basically, it's a website that operates 24/7, 365 days, unlike a physical shopping mall. My biggest reward from this business is not just wealth or any financial rewards, but when I see my business partners having their personal growth from this business. And I hope that through this business, I can coach and guide more young people to realize their life direction and to achieve their dreams.
I believe that God created women in a very unique way. They can be soft yet bold and strong. So when they decided to take up the challenge, they also can be a great leader.
So ladies, come alive and believe that you can do it.
You get what you work for, not what you wish for. So stop wishing and start working for it.
You are born to fly and never let anybody break your wings. You are the most beautiful phoenix. Thank you and happy International Women's Day.
Thank you so much, Penang. Happy International Women's Day to you too. So, orang-orang Penang, bagi love sikit, bagi like sikit. So, we've seen participants from Sarawak and then Penang. And from Penang, we go back to Borneo with our participants from Sabah. Who are the 10 participants from Sabah? Tapi sebelum tu, I like to invite this special lady to showcase her talent. She's from Sabah, from Tambunan, Sabah. She was a finalist of the first season of Malaysian Idol back in 2004. And now she's active in theatre. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Nikki, Palikat.
I'd like to wish all the women around the world happy International Women's Day. Shout out to all the participants of the Women Empowered program. I'd like to do a song for you that really represents the strength in a woman with the help of Christian Valencia. I hope you enjoy.
Used to bite my tongue and hold my breath, scared to rock the boat and make a mess. So I sat quietly, agreed politely. Guess that I forgot I had a choice. Let you push me past the breaking point. I stood for nothing, so I fell for everything. You held me down, but I got up, already brushing off the dust. You hear my voice, you hear that sound, like thunder gonna shake the ground. You held me down, but I got up, get ready 'cause I had enough. I see it all, I see it now. I got the eye of the tiger, a fighter, dancing through the fire. 'Cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar louder, louder than the lion. 'Cause I am a woman, and you're gonna hear me roar, roar. You're gonna hear me roar. Now I'm floating like a butterfly, stinging like a bee. I earned my stripes. I went from zero to my own hero. You held me down, but I got up. I'm ready, brushing off the dust. You hear my voice, you hear that sound, like thunder gonna shake the ground. You held me down, but I got up. Get ready 'cause I had enough. I see it all, I see it now. I got the eye of a tiger, a fighter, dancing through the fire. 'Cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar louder, louder than the lion. 'Cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar, roar. You're gonna hear me roar, roar. You're gonna hear me roar, 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 roar. I got the eye of a tiger, dancing through the fire. 'Cause I am
Rich Girl was founded in 1982 by my mum Rosie, and it's always been her mission to help women define their personal style. We're an independent boutique, and we cater designer brands and also one-of-a-kind pieces from all over the world. Our clients come in every shape and every personality, and we try our best to cater to them. And I think it's this passion that my mum has for styling and for fashion that keeps them coming back, because they just love her energy.
I run a social enterprise focusing in manufacturing of artisan handmade soaps derived from utilizing the herbs and plants from Borneo rainforest. Indirectly, we have provided lots of working and also job opportunity to the local community, particularly to the indigenous women of Sabah. Now, to run a social enterprise and an artisan business like ours, we have to be not just financially sustainable, but we also have to be sustained in our core value, which is environmentally sound, community-driven, as well as eco-friendly.
I'm a supplier of nipa, seaweed, and seafood product based in Kota Kinabalu, Sabah. I want to thank my mentor, Miss Angel from Penang, Malaysia, for always by my side.
I'm from Kudat. I'm the owner and founder of LZ Industri 9 Berhad. It's a cosmetic manufacturing factory. We have produced around 100 entrepreneurs under us. So when I started this business, my company have helped many people who need a job, and with my factory being located here in Kudat, it is easier for the local entrepreneur to start their own cosmetic product business and save them a lot of energy and money.
My mentor once asked me, why do I want to be a lawyer? I was stunned for a while, and I remember my mom's lady boss gave me 50 ringgit to fold papers, and for 50 ringgit, an 8-year-old 50 ringgit is a lot. It was also the same lady lawyer who inspired me to believe in myself and achieve my bar many years later. So now my goal is also to inspire the next generation of young ladies to believe in themselves and achieve their dream.
I used to run a backpackers hostel, but I had to close it down when the pandemic hit. Actually, I have been baking pineapple tarts during the Chinese New Year since a decade ago. At this time, it is just the right time because we are staying at home. I have been baking the pineapple tarts. And that is the time when I've got into this WE program. And with this WE program, I have actually learned to improvise my pineapple tarts, where I have actually revised and improved my social marketing platform.
Currently, I am working as a medical sales representative, and I have a small business that is a handmade skin product, which I do to earn some side income. And then last year, I decided to focus on making natural breast skincare with a mission to encourage all women in Malaysia to take care of their breast health routinely.
Being a lawyer means I have a superpower. My superpower every day is I'll be able to help a lot of people solving their legal problem. I want to be able to help more people, and helping more people means I have to go for digitalization. It means legal go digital.
No matter what challenge or obstacles you are facing, do not underestimate your capacity. You are more than what you think you are.
Never put a limit on your dreams. If you want to be successful, go for it.
To live a life with legacy is not about just living something. It is about living something into someone.
I believe empowered women empower other women.
There is no such thing as too small or too big. It's all started from us. So together, let's do this. We help to empower our community and eventually our nation. Yay!
Yay to Sabah! Well done. So we've met all our mentees from Sarawak, Penang and also Sabah, and please, I'm sure you agree with me that all of them deserve a standing ovation. Well done. I hope this program have given you more confidence to thrive and to grow your business to the next level. All right, our next level on this virtual event of Women Empowered celebrating International Women's Day 2021 has come to the level where I would like to invite you to mind your own business. Selalunya orang cakap jangan jaga tepi kain orang kan, but now today in this session we want you to mind her business, minding her business. So why do we have to mind people punya business ni? Okay, to tell you more in this chat forum panelist show, I will hand it over to the lady boss who's going to speak to 3 other entrepreneurs about their blood, tears and struggle in becoming their own boss. So please welcome Lina Tan.
Hi everyone. Hello. We're in this little studio doing social distancing, having tea. But I hope everyone's having a good Sunday and relaxing at home while you have tea too and coffee. And I have with me 3 amazing women. You'll see the one more popping out very soon. But in the meantime, I'll start with over there is Freda Liu.
Hello.
She's normally more used to being here, asking people questions and because you might have heard her. She's on BFM radio. And how long? Like
12 years ago.
12 years in BFM. On top of that, she's been on TV. She's written books. She runs her own social enterprise. What else don't you do?
No, I don't know. I don't run a social enterprise.
You're like this super woman.
Okay, so you MC, I moderate, but I see myself as a business entity, right? I look at myself and the things that I can do. And I think that's being in the business station as well, right? You got to think you got to think like an entrepreneur, right? In everything that you do, right? And do all sorts of things, lah.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, really amazing. She wears multiple hats. But we'll get into that later. And then on my right here is performer extraordinaire Joanne Kam Poh Poh.
Yes, I'm one woman, but actually, if you Kira in kg, I'm actually 2 in kilograms.
I first met Jo on stage. Well, not I was on. She was on stage, and then it was like, oh
did I pull you out?
No, thank God not. but I was like amazed because she was so entertaining. I've never met a woman so confident on stage. Right. So, like, and I was just like, wow, and I followed Jo, not followed like physically, but like follow her career,
yes,
follow
she everything. Stopped me for a while until I became a friend.
Shows, yeah, until I became a friend. I go to shows and like, Jo, how long have you been doing this?
This year, 2021, is my 30 years in entertainment.
Wow.
Yes, and that's why this year is very special to me because towards the end of the year, I'll be staging my second one-woman show in collaboration with my 30 years, alive doing entertainment.
Wow, 30 years. Okay,
yeah.
Right. That's longer than most people has lived.
And no lah, only your interns. we all live more than 30 already.
Okay, and then joining us from her home is I mean, you must know her. Everybody must know her. It's Melinda Looi. And if you don't know, you know her hair. But hi, Melinda. Hi, Mel.
Hi, sorry for not being there.
Yeah, lor. Because she had to go and see her fans. Melinda has fans. Why not? She's on the cover of like Tatler. It was in February. She was on the cover of Tatler. There she is, looking so glam and all that. Then she's on like cover of like, I don't know, Bazaar. She's been like everywhere. And of course, Melinda's also the president of MODA, the Malaysian Designers Association. She's just like, yeah, amazing. I mean, just go and Google her lah. I don't need to say her accolades like young fashion designer, studied, amazing. And Melinda comes from a family of actually fashion. I mean, her mom was a seamstress, right, Mel?
Yeah, I grew up in the factory basically. Every day after school without changing uniform, I work in the factory.
Wow, she's literally the factory girl.
Child labor.
Perempuan kilang.
Factory girl. Yeah, I read somewhere like you sewed how many thousand buttons that you sew by hands, right? The buttons when you were growing up.
Yeah, when I was young, we couldn't afford to hire like workers, too many workers, or we didn't have like a button machine. So every day we were sewing buttons by hand. So like in a day, I think easily a few hundred to maybe I don't know, close to 1,000 buttons.
Oh my God.
And my mom paid us 5 cents per button at the time.
Oh, not bad one. Oh my
Cents per
6 cents, 5 cents per button.
5 cents, 5 cents.
Not bad one. 100 buttons. If you do the maths, not bad. Not bad. In those days, some more.
25 cents. Hi, Joe. Hi, Freda.
Yeah, and so Melinda, I don't know how you set the time. I mean, Melinda is not only she's a fashion designer. She runs like 4 different kinds of brands, and she also does a social. She manages to actually during the COVID, I think, do a lot of amazing things, and hence she has an award from Tatler for you want to tell us what you did during COVID, because I covered Melinda in a documentary, and then I was watching, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing, the whole initiative that you took.
Well, the award was actually it's meant for everyone, all the volunteers, people who helped out, all the members and designers, home sewers, actually everyone, the transporters. It was not for me. It's for Moda, and it's meant for the community who came together to help during the COVID since last year, end of March. It's almost exactly a year, and we even though we announced that we have already produced and did all the PPE, but actually we are still having production ongoing. So just last month, I bought another 32 rolls of material to continue helping the frontliners, and we delivered to like the jail in Taiping and so on. Basically, we are not stopping that. We are still having some funds, and so we want to continue to be able to, do whatever we can to help.
Yeah, it is amazing. And how long have you been in the fashion industry? Joe's been 30 years.
I started in year 2000, so 21 years this year in March. Exactly 21 years.
21
I set
years.
up in March.
I've been doing production for 27 years already.
So in broadcasting, 28 years.
28 years.
Oh,
So
we are all in the 20s.
we're all in our 20s.
In our 20s.
Well, we're not in our 20s. But basically, we've all kind of eaten a lot of what they say, salt.
Salt.
It's the
other S word you were thinking of.
That one I don't think she eats.
Suyuk.
That's suyuk.
And for all of us as business owners, we've all run businesses. We've also wear different hats, mother, Joe's a single mom, amazing. I don't know how you do it. And we've all done like Mel has 4 kids. I also don't know how she does it.
Yeah.
And I think we never just wear one hat at any one time. So maybe let's hear from Freda first in terms of wearing that multiple hats. Like how do you do it? Because I don't think guys have to wear so many hats as women.
I think women should start thinking more like men, right? In the sense that I don't believe in multitasking, right? And in the sense that I outsource what I'm not good at.
Okay,
So
reasonable.
I outsource dinner.
Oh.
I outsource when my
So
son.
you don't cook lah?
I don't cook lah. I outsource when my son was growing. When he had tuition, so I get the tuition teacher to come to the house.
Yes.
So I'm not driving him around. I outsource transportation, so someone takes him back and forth school. So I can spend time on the things that are important to me. But what is most important is if my son needs to talk to me and have that conversation, I'm around. Right. That's the most important thing, right?
Right.
So,
And Joe?
Wow.
Joe wear different hats, I don't know, so many.
The personality goes with the hat I wear. Yeah. So of course, I'm a single mom. So like what you say is very true. You need to appoint things which you cannot handle, so you won't be stressed out. Like for example, my daughter is 16 now, but she has been following me for shows since 5.
Oh my God.
Okay.
5.
So she's been through almost all my productions. And in fact, as you know, my jokes are all very adult. She does not only have memorized my joke, she knows all the other comedians' joke as well. So she knows this uncle is saying a new joke tonight. Or if not, whenever I ask her, do you want to come to Mummy's show tonight? The first thing she asks me is like, are they going to be telling new jokes or the same one? As you know, jokes are jokes. So in that sense, I have exposed her to the entertainment world, well, my world. But what's funny is she's not at all like me. So I wear the producer hat, I wear the single mom hat, I wear so many hats, you know, the comedian hat, the actress hat, whatever and I can find. And now also, you know, being a food wizard. Is that what they call? Food entrepreneur?
Yes. Joe is obviously a food entrepreneur now.
Depending on which one, but yeah, I'm going into fairs. I'm selling my siyuk online, you know, on Facebook, on Instagram. For Chinese New Year, we hit 52 kgs.
Wow.
In fact, I had to say no to about 30 over because there was no more meat.
Wow.
That's my 3 suppliers said no more already, none, no more. There's no more in the market.
Wow.
Because every other restaurant and all were ordering pork belly.
So you started cooking because of COVID, or
I started cooking because of COVID.
Right?
Here's the funny thing, right? So when COVID happened, it was March last year. We just finished Queens of Asia during that time. 1 week after a sold out show of 1,800 people, then Malaysia closed its borders. We were supposed to go to Singapore the second week. I was bringing like female comedians from Canada, Japan, India and Singapore, right? So the deal was, let's do KL, and then we were supposed to go Penang, Hard Rock and all that, and then we'll go to Singapore. But on Thursday or Friday, we got the notice that, okay, Malaysia has closed borders and it's locked down. So can you imagine from that high? And then, of course, during that time last year, I think a lot of people was like, okay lah, 1 month only, 1 month. 2 months lah, 2 months. The most, 3. The most, Yanji, 3 months. And then it went on, you know. So
1 year later.
Yeah, 1 year later. So I started this in May. I just started, I was like, you know what, why don't I do one of the best dishes I know how to do, which is siyuk, and let's see if it will sell. For me, it was like I will do 10 every week, and I'll post it out and let's just see. So when I did that, the first 6 weeks, because I said 10 per week, all sold out.
Cool.
So initially, of course, it was all my friends and all that. And then by the 4th or 5th week, it was already other people. You know, I didn't want to be the ones like, hey, you my friend, you come support, support. The first 2 weeks, yes. And then after that, my fans, and then my friend. And then when I post to all the FB, I don't want to say it, but it's honestly like all the women's group. And also like I call them the mother auntie group lah. But they were very good to me, and they were very
they all
kind.
supported.
They all supported, but of course, your product needs to be good. And you need to get reviews, right? So when people do the reviews, it's to a point that after a couple months of doing that, it was so funny. In one of the groups, FB group, there was this lady that was looking for me, but she forgot who's the name, you know. So she put on a blast, I'm looking for this siyuk lady. Who is this? This siyuk lady got crack one. Because I call my product Poh Poh's crack, right? There's a lot of double meaning there. And my friends didn't answer. It was the general, I mean the people in the group, all the other ladies in the group say, hey, call this girl, Joanne Kam, then they took a picture. And of course, because I'm also so-called like celeb or what, I don't call myself celeb, but yeah. Then all the online magazines took notice, and it helped. It propelled my siyuk business. And then of course I went into the siyuk nasi lemak. Remember you had?
Siyuk nasi lemak. Oh my God,
so when
good.
when I did the siyuk nasi lemak the first week, I had to do 71 nasi lemak. To a point my daughter is like, please no more nasi lemak. Can you just go back to doing the siyuk? And all from my home kitchen.
Wow.
One oven.
I'm curious to know, right? After the pandemic, will you continue?
I'm still continuing.
Yeah, actually, in fact, you're launching a new product. She is launching
I'm
somehow. Like
launching.
she's gonna be a food like.
Yes, I'm launching tempoyak, chili padi, and petai.
Oh, I love it.
But I've rebranded and call it Kam Poh
Wow,
Ya.
that's the one. Kam Poh Ya.
That's my Kam Poh Ya. Next one coming up.
Kam Poh Ya. Oh my God. Chili padi and then got durian.
Chili padi. Tempoyak is fermented durian anyway.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. That's it. Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So that's my next product.
Wow. Okay. You're gonna be a tycoon, a food tycoon. Yes.
Hopefully next year when you interview me again, yes, factory.
So it's amazing. You never just become one person. Like I mean, you don't stay in one place all the time. Like, nobody stays in one place all the time.
And the funny part is when you continue another journey. Like right now, a lot of people sometimes they ask me like, "Hey, you still performing?" I'm like, "Yes, I am still producing shows. Yes, I'm still performing. But if the government does not allow theatres to open or for us to perform live, well." You know,
I need to
wear other hats.
Yeah, I mean, everyone was hit. Everybody. I mean,
everyone.
Melinda. Mel, your business, the fashion business. I still remember it was when March that time was getting into just after Chinese New Year, getting into Raya, right? Were you hit very badly?
Of course, we were just hanging out our Raya collection clothes, thinking to launch it the next day, but then the government announced the lockdown. So basically, we have to cancel everything. We have to just, we were not prepared. So we couldn't launch. We were trying to launch it online to sell, but at that time, people were very uncertain and no one were buying. So it was basically totally start from ground zero. I mean, we didn't have any sale even until today. It's not very happening because we base mainly on events and weddings and parties and all that. I do a lot of bespoke services where we tailor-make special occasion outfits and stuff like that. But because there are no weddings, there are no events, so we were just doing whatever we can to survive, and we make face masks. You could see that all designers were making face masks to try to sell, but it will not help us to, cover our costs because we don't make money with face masks. How much are we selling? You know what I mean? It's just for us to keep us busy, to keep our staff, to keep everybody alive, not thinking the side way. I have cut down a lot of staff since the last quarter of 2000. I had no choice. We have to cut, quite a number of staff because I had nearly 50 staff with me, and with no businesses going on, and it's just not possible to survive. So we ended up doing a lot of things. I mean, luckily we have also interior design project that was going on and it's still ongoing at the moment. It's not a lot, but it helps to pay the bills. Pay my kids' tuition as well. I mean, that is they're all online. I don't see them learning anything, and they're always online watching something else or chatting with friends. And I'm paying exactly the same amount of money. There's no discount from school.
Tuition is not cheap, Mel. Tuition is not cheap.
It's crazy. And 4 of them are, they used to be in Chinese school, in the local school. And just before the COVID, I took out my eldest daughter to put her into a international school, and it's like, oh man, help me, God! It's just, it's like everyone is in international school now. I'm like, oh God. So yeah, I mean, and I felt really bad. I was crying so badly, when I told some of the staff that I have to let go. I'm like, I love you all. It's not what we wanted to do, and for me, they know me. I mean, I take care of everybody. I take care of my staff like my own family because I see them every day more than I see my own parents. I keep telling them that you are part of the family, and I cook at home. I cook at work. I cook tong soi. I cook soup, and I cook a lot of things. Every day almost. I'm always in the kitchen in the morning when I arrive at work. And I'm always cooking, and a lot of time I offer it to my staff, say, if you don't bring lunch tomorrow, it's fine. I'm cooking this and that, just join me. I love cooking, and they know me. I will take care of them. And I may not be able to give you, money, cash, but I give my love to my staff.
Yeah, I mean, mean, I think it's really tough. You know, on all your business, I think every business, like I said, we couldn't shoot for 3 months. And we don't shoot, we don't bill, we don't have business either. And the worst part is our economy, the creative economy is really run by freelancers. Everybody goes on a project basis. So, you know, no job, no work. And but I guess, well, but you were productive.
I was productive. I was productive because, and I had to stay sane. You know, and I think like what was very tough was the first 2 months where we couldn't even go out to walk. And that was like, you know, so I exercised in the porch just so that I'm outside. So for me, what I did during that period was I actually wrote my book, right?
Yeah, her sixth book. Okay, this girl, I don't know where she finds the time. She don't like one book, two books. She like,
I had time.
She had
time. And she thought this is the sixth book.
Yes.
So during that period, I said, okay, no reward, no watching anything until I write 1,000 words a day, right? So so it was 40, 50 days, so 1,000 words a day over 40 days, you got 40,000 words. And I was just like, I was just going with the flow. I had planned to write a book, but you know, like you always say so busy, so you never know when you're going to do it. So okay, just do it. So they wrote the book, and then after that, I actually approached a new publisher, right? And I said, I don't know, maybe they'll take it, maybe they won't take it, right? So I approached a new publisher, and they said, okay, we'll take it. I said, wow, okay. But I think just to stay sane, that was really it, right? And even if it didn't get published, I would have no regrets writing
so you
it
do the book, Life's a Stage. The book is Life's a Stage.
Bring out the book.
And,
the book available in Popular store. You can also buy it online.
Yeah, remember, shameless, you know,
Yeah.
promotion is all right. It's fine. We all do it. It's okay. It's okay.
MCO baby.
Yes, MCO baby. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's you know, it's productive. Joanne did her business, her food business. You know, Mel, were there other alternative? I mean, you said you had your interior design company, or that you did.
Well, under our company, we do also uniform projects. We do a lot of other things. So under uniform department, which is Dirk, my partner husband, who is in charge of that department. He is from Germany, and he has a friend also, you know, what you call that, working for a company where they supply they are the largest supplier of face masks and as well as PPE gowns and stuff. So he was working very hard on getting the license and all that. So they went through some process of you know, classes and you know, got the license finally. So we have a medical license now where we can sell medical equipment, and so he is very much into that. And trying, he just had a container that came from Germany to sell very good quality PPE to whoever who wants to buy. And that is probably one thing which I have to say he did a great job to negotiate with the company in Germany and try to bring. And we are actually also working with some manufacturers to come up with reusable material where we can actually make into PPE. So, because I feel really bad that, you know, we are using so many PPE every day, and they are all being burned, and you know, and even though they are burned off, but there's still some kind of pollution going on there. So it's not good for environment. So they are working on reusable PPE material, which hopefully one day we will be able to share with everyone. Meanwhile, I'm busy with my Raya collection, and at the same time, I'm also launching next week a exciting project that I have been working on since last year. That will be launched on Kickstarter. It's something to try out. It's kind of like traveling protective gear. Actually, we have some production people who did our video and all that. They say that every production people should have what we are going to promote, because it's protective, it's antibacterial, it's reusable, and it's the material itself are very good, very cooling as well. And there are a lot of pockets for, you know, people who are in the shoot, because you know, to protect themselves and to protect others. So I mean, things like that we are trying to working on. I mean, because of my involvement in the PPE making, I learned so much from the doctors, the frontliners, and you know, about medical terms on materials and suppliers. And so I guess it's kind of like a sign from God to tell me that, you know, I should explore into that beside doing this fashion, because and it's I'm someone who love the environment, who is very much into eco-friendly stuff and so on. Don't encourage people to use plastic or to throw away rubbish. So I guess this is probably the right move to try to explore further and to try to see how we can make more reusable items.
Great. So actually, this is for all our people watching us out there. I mean, this is the beauty of internet and not live TV, is that you can actually ask us questions, and all you need to do is just type in there. We'll read out afterwards some of the questions that please ask, because it's very, very rare you get to meet like Freda, now we get to interview her, and Joe and Mel. Yeah.
So ask us anything, don't be shy.
Yeah, anything.
I was just thinking as well, like during this period, thank God for technology.
Yes.
Correct.
My goodness, imagine there was no technology, you can't promote your product, you can't do anything.
Well, I think for a fact that for last year, one thing that came out good during our lockdown is that women have no choice but to learn technology and live stream.
Yes, you're forced to. And in fact, you really forced to. I mean, even just doing this project, when I was organizing it, it's the beauty of the Facebook. Like I met Datin Janet Tembakau, who's like one of the SWEPA ladies, and then suddenly she knows this friend. Suddenly like, my God, we all know we're friends. So I never met her before, but
I also feel because of the pandemic, our humanity actually pull in together and help each other. Like for me, like I've never sold food before at all, like since last year, and then I say, okay, I joined all the single moms group. I call them the mother and auntie group, but they really help so much. And some of these women in the group who are also other sellers. So you support each other, they buy your stuff, you buy their stuff, and there's a small little community there that is exciting, and it's to a point right now. You remember like last time when you want to find somebody, or you want to you need help in something, you will call your friend or group chat, right? I don't even bother, because my friend have no answers sometimes. I just put on Facebook, I need this. Who can help me, and then pop, So it's to a point that everything is so accessible. The only thing that is stopping you could be your pride and ego, So for me, it's like, of course, when I put myself out there, it's my name, Joanne Kam Poh Poh. So after they talk to me for 1-2 times, they're like, oh my God, you're that. I say, yes. How many people's name is Kam, Yeah, right.
No, it is true, and I think it's broken down a lot of barriers. I mean, Mel, I mean, you see Mel, she's like, when I remembered seeing, and then I started talking to her later, and you get to know someone, and with Facebook, with digital, you suddenly feel like you know that person more, and then it doesn't become so scary to be able to talk to someone you've only seen like the cover of Tatler or the cover of, And
I find like during this time, right, I actually spend time with friends, maybe it's through Zoom, whatever, but you actually make time, say, how are you? And because otherwise we're always so busy that I actually had time to just sort of like stop, slow down, connect with people, right?
Reconnect. Actually, is a real connection. I feel it's human reconnecting with being human,
I mean, like, let's see if there's any questions out there. I'm not sure, but because I kind of like
I think we have some questions.
We probably do.
Where can we order your suyo?
We can. Where can we order your suyo? Where can we get your kampo?
Where can we buy
the
your
PPE
suit? Maybe those
Melinda's PPE suit or something. Okay, wait. We asked Tini. There's some questions from
so there's a question from Facebook on 3R Facebook. Hi, if you guys are watching and tuning in, terima kasih banyak-banyak terus menonton sekarang ni sesi panelist for minding her business. So we've got a question. I think it's from the beginning of our conversation just now, when Joanne, you shared about your struggle and you had to move into food business. So this question comes from Sarah, and she said, what do you think the government can do to help those women in need
Besides funding, you mean?
That's why she wants money.
Yeah, so it's just probably what do you think in that position?
Okay. For a woman that has never really taken any courses, business course or what, everything I learn is hands-on, right? Mel sew buttons, I have to go up onto a cold stage and talk. So everything I get, my experiences in life, even when I produce a show or production, I do it on my own, and I gather, what do you call this? I gather the know-how through my years of doing this. Even food, even my siyok or my kampoya, right? I feel that for women coming back into business, into what do you call this? Especially housewives and all, perhaps to be upskilled in technology now, how to use Facebook, how to use TikTok to promote their items, things like that. And honestly, sometimes just simple things, learning how to write a good caption. Of course, like people like us can write like more than 20 words lah, but
Freda is the whole book lah.
Yeah. You need to sell your product is 20 words, not 1,000.
Call me.
Yes, but things like that, I think these are very useful skills. Even for me, I'm always trying to find new ways that I can upskill myself or to, give my skill up as like a mentor.
Yeah.
Right. No, so
Freda, you want
that comment, right, about a government again, not always think about funding. Right, because that is always, of course, yes, I understand that people, as someone has said, we're all in this storm together, but we're all not in the same boat. Some people are on a yacht and some people are in a sampan, right? So I get it, right? But as much as possible, programs like this, right, where you're improving yourself, learning new skills, where it's not about money, but you're actually upskilling, reskilling, pivoting, doing all these different things to improve yourself, right? I mean, yes, we always want the government to help, and I think they did what they could, but a lot of it is also yourself, right? Because there's so many things you can learn online yourself, so it's called Google, right?
True, but Freda, some women can't even Google.
Yeah.
What?
I mean,
you're forced to, yeah. But Mel, was there any kind of help from the government side in the fashion industry that, or that?
Well, there are some kind of grants going on, but it's more for encouraging us to go into more e-commerce. And there are still something going on, just that not many. We don't really get so much help. We are trying. We are all trying. Now there's industrial union community where about 100 association and all the presidents are in this big group chat. Every minute, every second, there's some messages going on there. I'm not super active there, but I'm part of them. So they are also the reason why more businesses are open back. Of course, at Moda, we also try to see what we can do, but honestly, there are not much going on from government that will be able to help us at this point in time.
Self-reliant, I think that's what we are looking at, and also I think talking about support, right? I think to you, what is most important is support. I mean, Mel's got her husband, great, wow, be very, very, very important. The person
I would like to pay for a husband. My funds are a bit low at the moment. Maybe see me in 2 years' time, but it's a joke.
So that's another question. Okay, that's another question. So please keep those questions coming in. You can put at the comment section when watching this live, whether it's on SWEPA, US Embassy's Facebook, or 3R. So this is come from Jeanette, and she asks, how has technology helped you ladies pivot during the pandemic in 2020?
Right.
Yeah, so maybe anyone, maybe Lina.
I think we mentioned quite a fair bit about just now about how important and crucial being connected, and I think we talked quite a fair bit, right?
Yeah.
And your business really It was really because of digital, right?
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so let's take for example, because for me it's always life experience. I use it as example. So when I first started doing the Siu the roast pork business, I advertised on my Facebook, and because I have been active in all the single moms Facebook, there were a few. And don't discriminate them, because sometimes people are auntie group. I'm like, hey, the auntie group 65,000 followers. Excuse me. So I advertised it. I did the first 4 to 5 weeks. I didn't even advertise it in that group. It was only my own Facebook and my fan page, and of course on Instagram. Then after that, I went to the next level. Okay, and of course I had to do things like I have to learn how to cut videos. I did a video of my cereal, and then
you did all yourself. The
everything.
video
I didn't know how to do. I didn't know how to do. I Google, I YouTube, and I got I downloaded 2 other video apps, and then my daughter is actually quite good. They pick it up faster, So I'm like, why no music? Why got music? Why the sound like that? And then she's like that lah, mom, like that. So like that lah.
It's good to help children.
Yeah, and to a point that she also helped me, because during the pandemic, Comedy Central also wanted me to do a few funny videos at home. So she helped me shoot. So we did all that. It was quite funny, and I promoted my cereal again, but this time to all the mothers group. And oh my God, it's like it went berserk. And then, of course, I remember this 12-12. Oh, this was the best. 12-12, I was cooking 1 set of cereal in the oven. Then I'm like, hey, 12-12, tomorrow everybody doing this 12-12 sale, Lazada lah, this lah, that lah. Then I told myself, okay lah, never mind. I put down there 12-12. If you order on the 12, my cereal, instead of 100, I give it to you at 89. Which is 90 lah, $10. That day alone, I had 40 over kgs. What do you call this? Not sold, ordered, because you have to pay on the 12 in order to get 89. If not on the 13, it goes back to 100. So mad, my phone was non-stop to a point. I mean, you can ask my daughter about it. I was driving and things are like tit 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 tit, and she has to answer. You get what I mean? Of course, I do. So what I would like to learn is how to convert this all to totally online, where I don't have to be like
manual.
Manual.
So you can do it automated, right?
Automatic.
So next step, I guess, as an entrepreneur, you will be learning the skills of upskilling your business, right? From
Yes, that's
the kitchen.
definitely.
Now the next is like, okay, what's next for Joanne Kam? From the kitchen to now being
online and make sure digitalization. Because
to upskill it.
Human error. Sometimes you make mistake, and then you forget one cereal, and then you're like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? But it's also like diversifying my products as well. Of course, you have the cereal. Then for the Palikat fair during Merdeka, I did the hoagies, with cereal in it and Asian sauces. And then I did the nasi lemak. So now there's so many. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things.
Great.
So what I would like to do is, of course, upskill myself. How to turn this into fully digital. But if you're talking about how did digital help you, yes, like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, don't undermine it. A lot of people say, Facebook only. I'm like, but you don't understand. My business, people needs to know, and because we were in the pandemic, everybody have no choice but to be online.
So I think for a lot of us as well, what the technology and all the social media have accelerated, your orders, so it became overwhelming. And now you need to think, I need to have a website, so all my payment gateway, so no need to transfer manually and all that, right?
Payment gateway.
So this question is for Freda. So we have this question from, it's not a trap, so it's because this coming from, I think, Siti, and she wants to write a book as well. She said, how do I find the motivation when the goings get tough? Because, it's like, you want to start, but they don't want to, it's because it's a solopreneur thing. It's a very solo thing. You don't have people rah-rahing at you because it's your own motivation. So how do you get the motivation when the going gets tough?
Oh, okay. So it's, I operate on what level is this? I give myself a deadline. Right? I think once you give yourself a deadline, you force yourself towards something. Right? So it's just a deadline. Maybe you want to talk to, or maybe you want to tell your friends about it. And when you tell your friends about it, I want to come up with my first draft by a certain date. Then your friends will be hounding you, and so it's accountability in that sense, right? So you force yourself with that deadline, and then you say, okay, I want to write how many words by that certain date. Then work backwards, But I think when you put it out there, then you're also shy if you don't achieve the goal. So that's possibly one way. And the reason why you want to write book. Okay, so when I wanted to write this book, it wasn't a vanity exercise, right? It was just something that it's about my life, a little bit about my life story and the lessons that I've learned. And I feel that, I do get asked a lot of these questions, similar kind of questions. So let me put it in a book, and I think it will help some women, right? Or it's not targeted at women, but I'm sure women will just naturally gravitate towards it. So that was the bigger purpose of why I wrote the book, that I think it will impact at least one life. So that's behind it. But then, like, if you want to get yourself going, maybe tell a couple of friends, I'm going to do it, and then they will, they will hound you if you don't get it done.
So it's accountability lah, because if you just keep it to yourself and then you don't share with anybody,
I'll look for you.
then it's like, okay,
what book are you writing?
But it's true, Freda, right? For me, I always I put the date and book the theatre for the show first, like what I'm doing for this year.
And then belakang baru fikir.
Then you have no choice, Hey, Joanne, your show in June. Have you written anything? No choice. Where's your new joke? June, it's going to open.
So the word is
poster done already, out already. Then you like, oh no.
Then you have to do it, right?
Yeah,
so
you
actually,
have to
the
do
word
it.
is to just commit to a deadline. Commit the deadline. And I think that's
so
a
we
very
have
good point.
one last question. I think this is for Lina. So this is coming from This is coming from there's I can't because it's on the comment just now. Okay, no, this is coming from WhatsApp. Just somebody who just WhatsApp me say, okay, I would like to ask Lina, dan sekarang ni banyak graduan tiada kerja, jadi kami semua tidak dapat keluar bekerja dan for a 9 to 5 job. So we would like to become an entrepreneur. How do I start my business in the creative industry? Any tips?
Business in the creative. Well, okay, number one, we put this up because we're all in the creative industry in some ways or other. All of us.
I rasa dia nak jadi nak buat video lah ni kot, nak buat filem lah.
Actually, a lot of video is one skill I think everybody needs to know. Everyone now it's like you must know how to shoot your phone, how to frame, how to do nice videos, how to color. And it's very easy to learn. When I started, it's a lot harder. I started my company around 20 years ago with like a few people, and I also started as an intern, and then from there worked my way up, kind of thing. And I think now it's so different. Those days, like, you must work from scratch, as a production. You want to be a director, you got to become like coolie first, go and make coffee, and then learn from scratch. I think now with the YouTube, internet, and all that, people they jump 20 steps in front. So a lot of the young interns, young people that I interview now, they already have skills already. They have they have technological skills, and you should have that. So you must come with that already. But I think what I find lacking is, again, nothing beats like having the experience. And the experience means really knowing how to handle the problems, the situations on ground. When you're there, you got a very upset crew member who really hasn't had his meals and it's not ready. How do you handle it? How do you handle it so that he gets back to work, he goes motivated? These are the things these are skills. People skills, management skills, and thinking skills, that kind of thing. So I think kalau nak jadi buka business sendiri, these are the skills that you need to have lah, because the rest of you should. And I mean that, let's not forget Mel. I mean, what about you, the creative industry? Sheila, you should be here. We cake.
They can't see the cake now.
I think I mean it's not, you can't build you can't build Rome in the day. So there's a lot of things you really have to start from beginning, learning from beginning to and build slowly. I mean, I feel that I was lucky to be able to work in the factory and learning all the basics, and that was a strong foundation for me to get into the industry. And there are so many things which I learned when I was a kid, and now I will be able to teach my intern, even like simple sewing buttons and all that. My buttons never actually will fall off because of the way we sold it. So I mean, these are just basic, even though they feel that I may teach them something so simple, but they don't understand how it will, how impactful it will be in the future. So yeah, I believe, learning new things, like learning new technology, like during the MCO, I was doing a lot of video myself. It was just people think that I have, my assistant putting likes and whatever video on. Actually, it's just me, because there was nobody working there. So I was just,
Mel, you don't use your children to put up light. My one learned how to put up 3 round ring light.
They were all at home. So I actually did it myself and just, bought the light, the selfie light and whatever, and then try it out. And I mean, you just have to be a survivor, learn how to survive in this kind of situations, and slowly learn to be better.
Yeah.
Can I add something? I think if there are companies that allow you to do that, volunteer to be an intern at no pay even.
Yeah.
Right? To get that experience. And then if you are doing something, say you're in video, right? And you're already doing some things out there, put it out there on your Instagram so that people can see the work that you're doing, right? So, and slowly, if you've been doing something for a while, people will know you for what you do. Melinda, we have been in this space for 30 years, close to 30 years.
And I also need to point out that they need to control their ego for a bit.
Yes.
Because I do feel some of the younger ones, because everyone is a Kickstarter, everyone is an entrepreneur, everyone want to do startup. They don't want to work for people.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, which is great, However, if you don't learn from the
salt mines,
what do you call this? Perhaps I think the longevity of what you want to do in the industry may be affected, because it's instant gratification that they want. That's how I always feel.
Correct.
Like what you say, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah, we didn't get to where we are by, so 10,000 buttons.
Correct.
I watched few hundred videos before, every day we work until 5 in the morning. We just look at videos. You get good at what you do.
In food fair, I sell, I literally sell my cereal. I'm not standing there ordering people. I'm cutting the meat, I'm putting it into the buns, I'm selling it to customers, So I've lowered my ego. I didn't care. So if I can lower my ego with 30 years in the so-called entertainment industry, then for those of you who are out there in the arts, especially if you are a new performer, don't give up performing. Just find a side hustle that could maintain your passion. But also, like for me, food may not, okay, of course I like food lah, can't you see my size, right? However, I've also used my entertainment capability to push my food business. So there could be a way to have that as well. Right?
Yeah, the egos and the sides. No, we all, I mean, when it push come to shove, we can do the work. We don't have to rely, and yes, the other thing is also, when you get success comes too easily. It's also a danger. I always call, like, if you're a director or a producer and the first film you produce and suddenly becomes a big hit, wow, that's a huge danger. I mean, it's great. I'm happy for you to do that, to have that success, but then you got to have your next hit and your next hit and your next hit and all that.
Interesting you might say that. I want to ask both, of course, you ladies, in your own field perspective. Let's just say, like what you say, you have one production that hit it, Academy Awards, Golden Globes, all that, your book, and all that, bestseller. What happens to the next project? Does your fear? I wouldn't say your fear keep it, because we are not women. That's gonna happen. But how do you have this mentality at the back of the mind? Like, okay, my last production was here. I need to hit above. What happens if it just falls a little bit down?
Let's ask Mel first.
Mel, so we can think of the answer. Mel.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
You didn't
I
fail.
always
it's just
push myself very hard. I push myself very hard. Even though it may be everyone think that it's a great show, great collection and all that, the next one will be, I want it to be even better. So that also can be very dangerous because it will become very expensive. I will spend a lot more. I will put more effort in. I will do a lot more crazy stuff. So I think it's, in a way, it's my own self satisfaction, and we are all professionals. We just want to be better, and that also help for us to push ourselves, bring ourselves to a higher level. So I don't see why not. It can be quite dangerous, but I don't see why not, because again, if you never try, you never know. So I always think, just go for it. If you have a dream, if you have a goal, you want to do something, just go for it. You never know if it's your one hit, wonder or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah, great. Okay, so just some more comments. I'm just going to read. Joanne Farah says she agrees with you about the auntie group. Okay, making a lot of RM during pandemic actually. Madam Joanne Kam, can I be your mentee?
Can come and help me next week in Palikat.
Okay. Jangan minta bayaran tau sebab kata exchange of knowledge.
Yes.
Exchange of knowledge, right? Yeah, so this is coming from Molly, and she says that during the pandemic, a lot of women rethink what they want to do in their life and might not want to go back to the 9-to-5 rat race. Instead of working hard for money, let's money work hard for us. Learn to invest, pick up new skills. Thank you, Freda, for continuity in business sharing at BFM.
Thank
so
you.
that's what
Thank you.
Molly says. So I'm sorry, am I hijacking your session, Lina?
Yeah. She's a professional host lah. I mean,
So any more comments? Kalau ada comment lagi, just write out. I'll be more than happy to read out to you. So over back to you, Lina.
It's been a great session. I mean, we could talk for like a long time, long hours. But I think we may have coming to the end. I mean, time, unfortunately, it's not like TV lah. But the thing is that time.
We can go on and on. Yes, because it's on Facebook Live.
Facebook can. It's just, but let's. I mean, we know how difficult it is, the situation, and maybe we'll end this session with each of us coming with a little saying a story. I mean, for me, I've had a low point in my life. I was diagnosed with breast cancer about like 7 years ago. I can't remember, but it was not a low point. It's just a good reminder to take it easy, maybe, and then life is quite vulnerable. So and then I had to also come back, and after I came back, and I had to kind of restart my business in some way. I had 30 staff. It's now shrunk to 12. Yeah, and in a way, it's you go down, you go up, you crawl back. That's life, and that's business for me. Right. And so Freda.
So for me, just like relating to Joanne's question, there's this term in running, they call it personal best, right? And you're competing with yourself, and so you get a little bit better each time, and it's okay. It's not the end of the world, if you don't achieve certain things. One of the things in design thinking they call prototyping, to get your minimum viable product. So if you try something, it doesn't work, it's okay. Try something else. It's there's no ego, there is no face. It's okay. You're gonna do different things. I've done so many things that didn't work, but it was a learning experience for everything that I've tried. So, just go out there. Now's a great time to just learn something new. Do that.
What I take away from being in the pandemic, I think everyone have their own life lessons. For me, I had to bring my ego really down because I was really broke. I had no money. I couldn't even pay rent. My rent was 3 months overdue. And you see, the thing is, when you're in the limelight, when you are so-called celebrity, comedian, everybody knows me, they've seen me in Boom Boom Room. To them, we will never be poor. Well, when I'm talking about poor, it's not even money, because it's like, hey, you're always laughing, what? In fact, I actually spoke to another friend who was also in media, and I said, I told this person, the last couple of months during MCO, I was really depressed. And then the person turned around and said, Don't lie, Joanne Kam. You're not depressed. You're online, you're on Facebook Live, you're on Instagram. So the perception, especially for entertainers, because we're on online radio, we're doing FB live shows, and then after that we are putting funny TikTok videos, you know. So to a lot of people's eyes, even those in the industry, it's like, you have no problem. How can you be depressed? Hey, yesterday you just do a eating video of you eating ice cream, you know. You depressed, man, you eat ice cream leh, and then you laugh. You got no money, man. You get what I mean or not?
Yeah.
So that's the perception.
Yeah.
But yes, I've learned to lower my ego, and the second thing I've learned to ask for help. You'll be surprised when you ask genuinely.
Which is true.
You know? And that's why I keep saying this pandemic has taught us to be human again. You know, at one point you realize that everybody keep their contacts or their suppliers to themselves. Why must I help her in her business? You know, blah, blah, blah. She's not even my relative or my friend. But now, people are so open. You know, I say, I want to make this plastic. Who can help me? You know, anybody got supplier? And then 50 people say, you use this, you do this, you do this, this is what you do. They teach you. And that's I guess, this is how it is. This is the new normal.
Right.
And in some way, if there's anything that we can take away from being, you know, closed off from anything, is that we have actually opened up not only our hearts, but our human effort to assist each other.
How to top that lah? How to top those words of wisdom?
Mel, for you?
I mean, there's so many things I want to share, but I just want to tell everyone, especially the public, that, you know, please try to support local. I've seen like a lot of other brands, big brands, international brands, they have people queuing up in, you know, like long queue outside their stores. It's just struck me thinking that, you know, if you have the money, why don't you try to support the local economy first? There are so many great local brands. I'm not just talking about fashion, but every other brands. You know, there are so many good brands out there, and we have to help each other first. You know, the saying like "kita jaga kita," but I felt in the way that, you know, there are people who has money there, but they are not, you know, they are not really supporting the local brands. So, which is sad for a fashion designer like myself, and also other brands. I've seen so many designers, you know, struggling since last year, and they're still struggling, like myself as well. So, you know, but yet, you know, you're seeing all these big brands having long queue outside their stores. So it just, I don't know, it just make me feel sorry for our own people, Malaysian. And I do hope that people do understand, you know, we are in the same boat. We are like family. If you don't help us, who else can help us? So so for everyone, especially the artistic industry, just stay strong. You know, we will do our best to help each other, and you know, being a woman, we can multitask. We're strong. Luckily, we are all strong women. And
I do believe in this women supporting women. I mean, I think it's really, really key that we support one another. And I think for International Day, we'll have to end our session. And it's International Day. I really want to thank our wonderful panelists, friends, my friends, and I really admire you guys. You know, I really, really am such a big fan of Mel, Freda, Joe. Promote.
Come see me in Palikat 12 to 21st for the World Heritage Fair.
Buy local.
Buy local.
Yes, and live's the stage.
Yay.
Okay, back to Tini.
Okay, yay! Thank you so much, Lina, Melinda, Joanne, Freda. You know, I've learned so much from that session. And, you know, 3 key takeaways from me is that number one, support local lah, kan? Support women, support each other. Number two, I think that lowering down your ego, and just be out there. Jangan malu tu, jangan buat muka tebal je. I think that's also a very key takeaway for me from Joanne, and also human management skills. For those of you who like to venture into business, as what Lina shared just now. Okay, so also to those comments coming in from you guys. Thank you so much, Farah, Sarah, Jeanette. Thank you for all the comments. Unfortunately, time flies, so that's all we have for the session. And now, our virtual event, Women Empowered, celebrating International Women's Day 2021, is coming to baru bukan end lagi, nak end. Tapi sebelum tu, ini adalah kemuncaknya. This is the highlight. We have a special performance from a very special lady. I've been to her concert. I bought most of her albums during my time. She is our own jazz queen. So ladies and gentlemen, tanpa melengahkan masa, please welcome Dato Sheila Majid.
Assalamualaikum. Hello, all the Women Empowered program participants. I'm Sheila Majid. I'd like to say hello to all, especially the ones from Sabah, Sarawak and Penang. I understand you've been doing this program for the past 5 months, and I hope you're enjoying it. Before I go on, I know we are all actually going through uncertain times, a difficult time, especially right now with the pandemic. And I know it has affected a lot of people, a lot of businesses. But, what I can say is stay positive, because I feel that, everything has its time. And inshallah, now time is not so good, it can only get better. So stay strong, stay positive. It's okay not to be okay. You don't have to look as if you're happy all the time. It's okay, yeah? So everybody's going through the same thing. Everybody's going through their own challenges. And when the going gets tough, the tough gets going, all right? So you're tough. So stay positive, stay strong. We strive to the best of our ability. The rest of it is beyond our control. We can only ask God to help us, to make it easy for us, yeah? So never feel defeated, because nothing and no one can ruin your life but yourselves. So don't allow that to happen. So I'm going to do this song especially for all of you here today. Hopefully this is a positive song that can actually give you some strength to move forward. And this is titled Wanita. You can sing with me if you know the words, okay? All of you, come on. Wajah selembut bayu, lenggang dan lenggokmu, kepribadian yang wanita, ayu di dalam keayuan, ada kekuatan, angkatlah racun kau penawar, insan bagai dermaga di pelabuhan, berdiri gagah sendiri.
berdiri gagah sendirian hadapi gelombang kehidupan. Engkau memberi, menerima, menampuhi segala dengan rela, tapi ada masanya. Engkau api marak membakar, ada ketikanya kau pernah bisa. Kau wanita ciptaan istimewa, suka duka berganti, rahasia tersembunyi di hati. Tabahnya hatimu beriman berilmu, wanita sumber ilham selalu. Thank you. There you go. That was Wanita. I hope you've enjoyed that. And before I go on, I'd like to introduce this person behind me who's been accompanying me with the piano, playing the piano. Ladies and gentlemen, my husband, Achis.
Hello.
We work from home. This is how we do it, okay? That's why I married a musician, so that I can drag him to do these kind of things for me without having to pay him. That's what you call cost effective, right? Alright, so anyway, this is gonna be my next song. It's the all-time favorite song. I'm sure you know this. Sinaran. And I would love it if you could sing along with me from wherever you are. But before I go, I would like to wish you all the best in all your business ventures. And once again, you know, don't feel defeated, don't feel down, don't feel like as if the world has ended, because you know what? We are all going through the same thing. Everybody's feeling the pinch of this pandemic. And like I said, you know, we can only plan, but God decides. So all you need to do is to strive, to make the effort, and the rest, we just have to ask God to make it easy for us. But most importantly, stay positive and don't feel defeated. Alright? So here we go. Sinaran. Are you ready? Come on. Come on, put your hands together. Bila kita berdua bagi Melinda indah tumbuh di
terima terbuka segala rasanya di jiwa. Kemesraan terjalin cinta, cinta kita dapat punyai kebebasan dan kau berjaya tanah berjaya. Let me hear you sing this. Dari menghindari menusuk ke jiwaku ketika bersamamu. Rasanya bila kita berdua bagai mahligai indah tumbuh di muka dunia. Oh, peliknya rasa apabila di kau tiada. Bagai kenangan yang tiba menuju cahaya sedang menyinar. Take it away. Hey. Cita-cita tercapai, punyai kebebasan dan kau berjaya telah berjaya. Everybody sing. Sinar mentari pun menyinar apabila jika pulang bersamaku semula. Mesranya bila kita berdua bagai mahligai indah tumbuh di muka dunia. Well, that's all from me. So, till we meet again, please take good care of yourselves. Stay safe. Thank you, 3R, SWEPA, and US Embassy. Thank you very much. Bye.
Yes, sinaran mentari menyinari. Okey. Bila Dato' Sheila Majid nyanyi dan Tini nyanyi, lepas ni I'm not sure because I can't see the window. I'm sure dah hujan lebat. Okay, but anyway, thank you so much Dato' Sheila Majid for a wonderful performance. Lagu yang pertama Wanita, very suitable, sempena dengan Hari Wanita Sedunia. And sinaran, harapan kami di sini agar anda terus bersinar, shine like a diamond. Okay, so that's the end of our virtual event today. So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank 3R for having me once again. Thank you, Lina. Thank you, 3R team. And we'd like to thank SWEPA for putting this together, and the partners, 3R Media, PWCC, WEPS, and of course thank you so much to US Embassy for making this possible. So to all of you participants of Women Empowered 2021, we hope that your business grow, you thrive, and the abundance that you receive not only will contribute and also grow yourself, your family, but of course your community as well. Jadi sehingga kita berjumpa lagi, respect diri anda, ambil masa untuk relax dan respon kepada persekitaran anda.